Good morning, everyone. It is a privilege to be here with you today. I want to start by asking you a question that might feel a bit uncomfortable. When you woke up this morning and looked in the mirror, who did you see? I don't mean the color of your eyes or the style of your hair. I mean, who is the person inhabiting your skin right now? Is it the person you dreamed of becoming 10 years ago? Or is it someone who has gradually settled for a life that feels like a suit that's 2 sizes too small? We are here today because of a shared realization. The realization that fine is no longer enough. Okay is no longer acceptable. The status quo has become a weight that is getting harder to carry every single day. You see, most people live their lives in a state of quiet desperation. They wait for a sign, for a promotion, for a windfall, or for the children to grow up before they decide to be happy or fulfilled. They are waiting for the right time. But I am here to tell you the most important truth you will hear today. The right time is a ghost. It doesn't exist. There is only now, and there is the version of yourself that you are currently settling for. Why is it time to change? Because you can feel it in your bones. That restlessness you feel on Sunday nights, that's not just the Mondays. That is your potential screaming at you that it's being ignored. That feeling of being a spectator in your own life, that's a signal. Change isn't just about moving to a new city or getting a new job. It's about a fundamental shift in how you relate to the world. It's about deciding that the pain of staying the same has finally outweighed the fear of the unknown. Today, we are going to explore how to step across that threshold. Part 2. The architecture of the comfort zone. Before we can move forward, we have to understand why we stay stuck. We have to talk about the comfort zone. The comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. It's a psychological state where things feel familiar and safe. But safe is often a synonym for stagnant. Your brain is wired for survival, not for fulfillment. Your brain wants to keep you in the cave where it's warm and the lions can't see you. It doesn't care if you're miserable in the cave, as long as you're breathing. Every time you think about changing your life, starting that business, ending that toxic relationship, finally getting your health in order, your brain sounds an alarm. It creates resistance. It gives you 1,000 logical reasons why you should wait until next month. We often mistake this resistance for a lack of ability. We say, I'm just not the kind of person who can do that. But that is a lie. You are not your habits. You are the consciousness that observes your habits. To change your life, you must first perform an audit of your current environment. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they pulling you toward the future, or are they anchoring you to the past? Look at your digital diet. Are you consuming information that empowers you, or are you scrolling through the highlight reels of others, fueling your own inadequacy? Changing your life requires you to become an architect. You have to stop reacting to the world and start designing it. It begins with the realization that you have been complicit in your own stagnation. That sounds harsh, I know, but it is actually the most empowering thought you can have. Because if you are the one who built the cage, you are the one who holds the key. Part 3. The identity shift. Most people approach change the wrong way. They focus on outcomes. They say, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to earn 6 figures. These are goals, but goals are fragile. If you don't hit the goal by a certain date, you quit. Real, lasting change requires an identity shift. Instead of saying, I'm trying to write a book, you say, I am a writer. Instead of saying, I'm trying to quit smoking, you say, I am not a smoker. Do you see the difference? One is a struggle against your current self. The other is a declaration of a new self. When you change your identity, your actions follow. A healthy person doesn't have to debate whether or not to go to the gym. It's simply what they do. A disciplined person doesn't negotiate with the alarm clock. They get up because that is who they are. How do you change your identity? Through small wins. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you cast a vote for the person you wish to become. If you want to be a writer, write 1 paragraph today. You've just cast a vote. If you want to be an athlete, walk for 10 minutes. You've just cast a vote. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to win the majority. You need to stack enough votes for the new version of you until the old version becomes a stranger. Ask yourself, What would the best version of me do in this situation? When you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're tempted to give up, ask that question and then do that thing, even if it's small, especially if it's small. Part 4. The Power of Incrementalism and the 1% Rule. We live in a world of overnight successes. We see the finished product, the billionaire, the star, the masterpiece, and we feel overwhelmed by the gap between where they are and where we are. This gap causes paralysis. We think, I can't do that, so I won't do anything. But the secret to changing your life is not radical, explosive movement. It's the power of incrementalism. It's the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every day, you will be 37 times better by the end of a year. Compounding interest doesn't just apply to money, it applies to your habits, your knowledge, and your character. Think about your life as a large ship. If you want to change the direction of a ship, you don't turn it 180 degrees in a second, you turn the rudder just a few inches. At first, it looks like you're still going the same way, but over miles and miles, those few inches of change result in a completely different destination. It is time to stop looking for the giant leap and start looking for the micro habit. It's the habit of drinking a glass of water before coffee. It's the habit of reading 5 pages of a book before bed. It's the habit of pausing for 3 seconds before reacting in anger. These seem insignificant, but these are the atoms of transformation. When you master the small things, you build the self-trust necessary to tackle the big things. You prove to yourself that you are reliable, and once you trust yourself, the world starts to trust you too. Part 5. Navigating the storm. I want to be honest with you. Change is not a linear path. It is not a straight line from point A to point D. It is a messy, winding road with potholes, storms, and moments where you will want to turn back. There will be days when you fail. There will be days when you fall back into old patterns. There will be people in your life who don't want you to change, not because they don't love you, but because your growth highlights their own stagnation. They will try to pull you back into the comfort of the cave. In those moments, you need a why that is stronger than your how. Why do you want to change? Is it for your children so they can see what a brave life looks like? Is it for your younger self who deserved a better future than the one you're currently settling for? Is it because you know you have a gift to give to the world that only you can provide? When the storm hits, your why is your anchor. Remember this, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Every mistake is just data. If you're not failing, you're not playing a big enough game. As we close this session, I want you to take a deep breath. Feel the air in your lungs. That air is a gift. It is a reminder that as long as you are breathing, it is not too late. You don't need more information. You don't need more inspiration. You need action. When you leave this room today, don't go back to your life exactly as it was. Change one thing, one small thing. Send that email, sign up for that class, forgive that person, throw away the junk food. The version of you that exists a year from now is looking back at you right now in this moment, thanking you for having the courage to start. It is time to stop waiting for a life you love and start building one. It is time to stop being a character in someone else's story and start being the author of your own. The threshold is right in front of you. Step through it. It's time to change your life. Thank you.